Hello, everybody. My name is Rextus,
And I'm Soulkeel.
and welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy.
Woo!
Whoa, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Alrighty, so we haven't really spoken to Natty all that much,
No.
so let's continue on with her quest because I haven't seen a lot of it. But I'm gonna let you know right away. Like I'm really getting kind of tired of Hogwarts Legacy. I don't know if it's just my short attention span, or if it's just like this is kind of drawing on for a little bit too long, especially with all the talking and I'm really getting bored of it. So I've opted to playing a second game in between because I'm really actually getting bored. It might be just me. It just might be my attention span. Like, but you can kind of tell it's like between the recordings. Like if I slow down or if I start like drawing, and it doesn't sound like I'm as energetic as I usually am. It's just more so because the game isn't that entertaining. And if you're playing a game and it's not very entertaining, that's to the point where it's like, do you really want to continue playing the game versus something else? And that's just, to me, it's like, if it's not captivating my attention, then is it really that good of a game? So we'll see in the end here, but we'll just keep on going down and get it all the way to the end.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like, because it's a lot of drawl.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what
Hello,
I would be
Natty.
up to if it came from me.
I like
She
I like
likely
keeping my
told
energy
other
high though. I
professors,
just
and
might just be me.
news travels quickly. Unfortunately,
Do I have to follow along with dialogue? uh,
If she knew more,
if she knew it,
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything?
she has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had
Again,
stopped
though,
the
with
monsters that
Officer
came in
Singer,
Multi
why aren't
my
we
father would be
participating
alive
in
today.
with
What
Officer
exactly
Singer if
happened
we're
to
going to
your
be part of
father?
that investigation?
It was a beautiful day.
That leads me
My
to
mother had gone
believe
to
that
tend
she's
to
on
my
the side of the
neighborhood
mafia
store,
or on the side
and so
of
my
Bran
father
Rock.
and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping.
Who knows?
Your father was also an animagus, I take it.
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised
Again,
a
it
group
sounds
of
like she's
bandits
reading
who
from
had
a
come from my
book.
village. One of them saw me.
It doesn't
just as
sound like
he
it's coming
removed
from the
scar
character's
from his
perspective. It
face.
sounds like it's coming from a
shouted,
third party's
and then
perspective
aimed
around
his
the
rifle.
character.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my
You're
father
killing
changed
me.
into his human form.
You're killing me.
When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Again, she's talking like in a
How
third
so?
person
He died
perspective.
protecting me.
Why?
If I had been
It
capable of
kills the
protecting
mood, it
myself,
kills the story.
I
I'm
would still
sorry,
be
but it
alive
just
today.
does.
My mother and
You're
I
not
tried to go
viewing
on
it from the
without him,
character's
but
perspective at all.
it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
It's like if I said, I was cooking dinner and I added in, certain ingredients, but it was like from another person's perspective. Like if my guest is sitting at the table, I was watching, Roxtus cook dinner and he added in such and such ingredients and I didn't know what he was doing at all, but I was there. Instead of saying it from my perspective, hey, I took the mushrooms and I sauteed them and I added in a sprinkle of salt. It doesn't sound as good as if it's coming from my perspective versus a second person's perspective. And why they're doing it in such a manner, I don't know. It just sounds so disconnected from the main character, from the character's point of view. And that just, to me, it sounds sorry, but it sounds bad.
I'm sorry, Natty.
Ah.
I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
Again, I've had to revitalize myself.
Truly extraordinary.
Yeah.
Because in between, I just get bored
We
of
all have our burdens.
drawl. I do.
My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly.
Alright,
Soon
onward to
and
Sebastian, I'm
we are
guessing.
making progress.
Yeah.
Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the
Again,
best
getting to the
this
core of the
series.
message, getting to the core of the story, and getting more action into the story. And that might just be me because of my short attention span. But again, like, it really does kind of drag on. It really does. That was it. That's all we needed to do was just talk to her.
I guess so, because there's nothing more on the map.
Oh my goodness. And that really does pull apart the story, though. It does. It does.
Yeah.
Sorry, but not sorry. If it doesn't hold my attention, how is it going to hold anyone else's? I don't know. I mean, some people might be okay with the slow start to the story, but I guess I like something more involved. That might just be me. I don't like watching slimes crawling across the ground. I like action.
I know.
Yeah, but again, like I can't say enough. Like it does, like a lot of the time when they're reading their lines, it sounds like a third person's point of view instead of the actual characters, and that just really breaks the story for me.
I received your owl.
Yeah. Hello,
Thank you.
Sebastian.
I'm glad you came. I spotted droves of Ranrock's loyalists coming up from the coast. Overheard one of them say they're headed to another cavern, like the one we found. How are they still one step ahead of us? They can't know about the triptych. I don't know. I did see another memory. This time it was a keeper named Neve Fitzgerald. She was unnerved by Isadora's use of ancient magic. But I still can't be sure how any of it connects to Ranrock. These keepers are playing games with you. You need to press them for more information. It doesn't work like that. To access each of these memories, I have to complete a trial. They're showing me the memories in a... Oh, either they don't trust you, or
Again,
you
having
don't
to fill
care
in
enough
every
about
single
Anne to
character
ask the
with
difficult
past
questions.
events of what's happened. If you're going to fill in that character with the knowledge of what's happened, why not just, do a black screen and fill them in on it, and then the player doesn't have to relive every single experience multiple times. You can just fill them in on it or just give a brief summary of what happened, and having to draw through the reliving of every single experience it really draws it on.
Of course I care, Sebastian. We've come this far.
Doesn't it?
Don't let your frustration get the better of you. Fine. I'll defer
It's not
to
just
your
me, is
keeper
it?
friends for now.
No.
But I don't like it. We don't have a choice. Now, shall we see why the triptych led us here? Let's go, quickly, before we're spotted.
Okay.
Keep a close eye out. I saw some of Ranrock's crew moving off the path.
Sebastian, you're not running in any particular direction. Let's go.
Raiding, I imagine.
He's running in
Sounds
circles.
like
It's like,
safeguard
do I have to
camera
lead? Okay,
valuables.
I guess I have to lead.
But it's been abandoned ever since Ranrock took hold of the coast.
I can't even use my broom.
That was the slowest attack of all time. I could have sneezed in between that. What was that attack? He just like kept on doing a wind up like Goku or something.
I do not know.
Oh my goodness. They're drilling. I'm not going to mention the big drill boring into the side of the mountain. What? I have to walk up there.
Some consider it bad. Not everyone does.
I'm not gonna trek up this mountain in silence.
I'm making small
Ah,
silence.
You were very slow, Sebastian.
I know. And then having to walk all the way on foot. This is just kind of absurd.
Yeah.
Wait, we should have some sort of plan.
Yeah, I have a plan. Kill them all. I'm like Rumpelstiltskin. I got too much power. Just killed him all.
I forgot that was an unblockable one. Why do I keep doing that? I don't know.
Again, though, with the targeting system, I wish it would target things that you're actually looking at or have a reticle on the screen so that you're more accurate with your strikes. And I'm not able to switch targets that easily. Ooh,
Yeah.
he slashed me and hit me over the barrel.
Eh. How about I smite thee with lightning?
I love the ancient magic
I was thinking
using
about
that. That
dead
is fun.
goblins. You could have got us
Yeah.
killed, but I didn't. Looks like Ranrock's loyalists were heading further up the path. Let's keep going.
Continue up the mountain.
Ranrock's gonna make everyone pay. Anything made from goblin silver belongs to us. Whether it's a sword or a repository, whatever that is.
Did you hear that, Goblin?
Does this go?
Ridiculous notions. of
Where does this?
ownership.
Oh no, that leads into a cave.
One less human to worry about.
This. I've been here once before.
Elden Ring, though, that to me, that was actually pretty good for what it was.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Oh, yeah.
I actually liked Elden Ring. I liked being a dragon.
Melania is hard. Oh my goodness.
I'm surprised I still beat her in one try.
Well, it was just the build that you had, because you could actually stagger her, and that was such an advantage.
Yeah.
It's basically you're just talking meta there.
Sebastian, wait. For what? Ugh, why are you suddenly so cautious?
Because I don't want to
Listen
cut my
me.
arm off.
I know you're angry and frustrated, but charging ahead now could undo all the progress we've made. Lord Gok said, "Oh, your goblin friend? Stop it. That's enough.
Ah, we have
Not all
problems.
goblins are like Ranrock. I am not the enemy.
Problems?
We want the
Yes.
same thing. To find answers. I thought we
Sebastian's
wanted the same thing.
small-mindedness.
We do. Listen to me. Lord Gok has insights into Ranrock that we don't. He told me that Ranrock somehow knows about the Keepers and is searching anywhere connected to each of them. That's why they always seem to be one step ahead.
Sebastian has the brain of a
I
peanut.
know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You need to trust me.
He can only see one
I don't
thing, and
see
that's
that we
it.
can continue together.
My sister.
Fine. I'm sorry. I'm letting my emotions get the better of me. And I have been for a while.
That's not a bad
I
thing, though.
do trust you. And I don't think I can help Anne without you. Good. Ranrock clearly knows more than we thought.
He's going to get himself
We need to
into
be
trouble
careful and
over
do this
just
right, not just go
narrow-minded
charging in.
rhino
We have
nosing
our
down
work cut
things.
out for us. We need to work together if we're going to find the final piece to the triptych.
Yes, you are.
Agreed.
Enter the cavern. Tower tunnel.
So far, so good. Charming.
Yeah.
Spiders. How fitting.
I don't know what my favorite thing was about Elden Ring, though. I don't know if it's just between the bosses or what, but just for me, just being able to see what I was able to do. I think the story was pretty good for the most part, but mainly just seeing what the combat offered. And the combat was actually pretty decent for what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, big speeder.
I don't like spiders.
Let's get some area of effect in here, and let's get some desire. Actually, we could use Bombarda. Bombarda wouldn't be that bad. Oh, I blasted that spider to oblivion.
Ah, big spider.
Oh. I didn't see I was caught in anything. Are you alright, Sebastian? Hmm. Where are you?
Still don't like spiders.
What? My other spider's through the wall.
Wait, what? Oh
Yes,
no.
he's stuck in the wall. He's like, I can't get to you. I can't even grab him with Accio, really? He's just infinitely digging into the ground,
Oh
trying to reach
no.
me. Yeah. He went into like a boundless wall or something like that. Oh my
These
goodness.
spiders are determined to make a meal of us.
I'm sure.
Oh boy. Hopefully you do not have to restart your game, because
No,
I
no,
had
no.
to restart my game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there are instances where it just gets you into, but it wasn't that problem. It was mainly that it just spawned something in a very
Staircase
bad
leading
spot.
here. Whatever for?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's been here for ages.
Mort. Are you bugging out, Sebastian?
He was already bugging out on my screen. Last episode, I think. It was last episode. Or the episode before that. But he was just running into the rail over and over again.
Look at this place.
Wow. He's
Not
acting
really
like he's in
my
combat, so
style. A
he's
bit
like
much, if you
doing
ask
spells
me.
but not doing spells at the same
Yeah.
time.
Whoa, wait. What did I just see? I do not know what I just saw.
What?
But I
Are
saw
you alive or dead?
something.
What did I even get hit with? Bro? Sebastian got all wrapped up in a nice present.
I was not aiming towards that. Thank you very much.
The screeching of the speeders.
Getting through the cavern can't have been the only challenge. Perhaps we should search for runes. Revelio.
We've seen rune symbols like these before.
Confringo.
Can't get out of here quick
Don't like big spiders. Go away, please.
Just don't think about it. You think about it, that's when it gets disgusting. Ah, I found a note.
Yes.
I found a thing with letters in it. I can hit someone with it. I had a breakthrough. The power that I honed with my professors, with which I conjured and built such pretty pillars, must be tempered substantially for the for the much more delicate endeavor which I now undertake. It feels somewhat like a removing of a memory, but the magic is wholly different. As I withdrew I can't read cursive. Is that an M or an N? I don't know.
I don't know either. Oh.
It looks like an M with how the cursive is.
I don't even know where the note is yet.
Yeah, I know, but I withdrew the, is that nearest or merest? Because it could be either which one. Whisper of pain from just above the heart. I mean, nearest whisper of pain or merest whisper of pain. I don't know. Just, again, like the text is pretty awful there.
Yeah.
Having legible, like some games do have a flip around where you can have just basic text so you can read it quicker. None of these have that, from what I've seen. A faint haze appeared just then. Quickly, it seemed to dissipate. I sensed a surge of peace myself, so I knew instantly that what I was doing was right. I wonder now if the haze may be contained, if memories can be stored in a pensive. Surely these extractions can be kept safe for a further study. Again, though, it's kind of hard to read the
A journal
text.
entry.
Yeah, and I might have to restart.
all our journal entries in
because
one
it's
place.
lagging on me.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh, I hate this.
I know, but like the settings, like we've been fighting the settings throughout the entire.
Confringo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna restart.
Oh boy. That's something that really breaks the immersion is just the settings. Like it just lags or whatever else that happens.
Yeah.
That is pretty annoying.
Oh.
Actually, Defendo is actually pretty useful against trolls that I've noticed.
Defendo?
Wow. Oh, he can hit his fellow spiderlings.
Oh, he can.
Yeah, he can whack him. Haha.
This is annoying. All I did was one simple basic attack, and then I'm like, oh, I'm lagging.
Yeah, I had the same thing too when I was doing the training.
Incendio. Confringo.
It's like a constant with me now.
Incendio. Incendio. Confringo. Bombarda.
Nice teamwork.
Nothing like an angry troll to bring friends together. Revelio.
I was not aiming towards the troll to do that.
It selected the wrong unit again.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the thing is that I was thinking of is when you right click and you zoom in, it does have a reticle for that. But again, like sometimes it'll just ignore where you're looking at and just select the wrong target altogether.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a setting. I don't know if that, but again, like it should just be able to target what's instantaneously in front of you or whatever you're actually looking at rather than just selecting a random target that's closest to you. So again, it's very annoying even in combat because you're asking it to, the system, the game to actually do something for you that you want it to do, and it's ignoring what you're asking it to do,
Yeah.
which is really ridiculous, really aggravating. Did you kill the troll?
I did kill the troll.
Okay.
Try mending the stairs. Reparo should work.
And then again, like, I know what I need to do, and then like for these small sections in these small areas, it's like, oh, you can do this to do this. Oh, okay, well I know that. But how about in areas where it's actually hard, like I did the Defendo puzzle room? I didn't get any help in that room, and it was an insanely difficult room. And instead of my character giving me prompts or giving me hints of what to do for that puzzle, it was pure silence, and I'm just like I'm sitting there for like half an hour trying to think of the solution for the Depulso room, and it was like
Yeah.
small things where it's like I definitely don't need help for this area, and I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and I know what it's expected of me, but then where there's areas where it's like, okay, this is difficult, it's kind of mind-boggling, and then it just kind of leaves you in silence for that, and it's kind of like, I wish it was just silence all the time versus just kind of the game nagging me over small, inconvenient things.
Yeah.
And then it's not even going to highlight the stairs for me. It did it earlier.
It wasn't highlighting the stairs for you?
It's still not.
What?
That was a piece of work.
More than one.
You're a piece of work. He says that's a piece of work. You're a piece of work. It's not going to highlight things. I just find it completely ridiculous. I just do. Ah, another note.
Yeah.
Such a joy I felt helping my father all these years. To hear his voice again, I cannot begin to describe how much I missed it. I confess I was wholly stunned by the keeper's reaction. And he's talking right over me. Shut up. I I'm just being honest. There's just too much talking. Regardless whether I'm in the room of requirements or if I'm just out and about, and someone just has to open up their mouth and talk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not every single game. Not every single game does that. But again, when you're interrupted, if you're, going through a
We need
cutscene,
something sturdy to stand on.
again, just shut up. I was wholly stunned by the keeper's reaction. I should have expected it. How can they stand by and do nothing when they had the power to do so much good? Who is Professor Rackham to tell me that I cannot do with my ability? The audacity of all of them, judging my work without any real understanding of what all I've accomplished. I do have some hope. The headmistress seemed to somehow understand what I was doing. When the time is right, I shall go to her. She may be able to be willing to help. But until I know otherwise, I must continue my work alone. Again, the text is kind of hard to read. Sebastian, shut up. Shut up. Like, especially if I'm pulling open a note, the game should be able to go, okay, you can be quiet now. Especially for peace of mind. Until now, otherwise, I must continue to do my work alone for now, but I will find someone to help me. I will find someone else who understands the gift that I've been given and our obligation to use it. I will store what I learned safely for the moment. One day I will be able to share it with another who is like me. Is this Isabella, the gal that kind of went on a tangent with her ability?
Isadora, yeah.
Isida? Okay.
I think it's Isadora.
Again, as was shown in the cutscene, that she just basically sapped someone else's emotions without their approval or their consent to be able to pull, as she did with the what was the other gal's name? I forget. I'm just terrible with names.
Professor. I forgot what her name was, though, too.
Yeah. But again, like, she pulled it without her consent. This is kind of one-sided. Again, though, like,
Yeah.
throughout the world, whether it be an owl or whether it be something else going on, the owls just come in regardless of what's actually happening. That's just ill-timed. I wish it would pull up the owls
find
when you're...
A journal entry.
Yeah.
Is here.
I wish it would pull up owls when you're like in Hogsmeade, and then like it pulls up owls right in the middle of a comment. It's just so ill-timed. It should have been done better. It could have been done better. It just wasn't.
No, yeah.
This is why it's kind of starting to get on my nerves, because it's like, oh my goodness, so many different things that are just conflict each other. Just they fight each other. All the elements do not go together.
Yeah. There's so many notes to read.
Again, yeah. I mean, look at my inventory. I have just so many notes. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like you're baking a cake, but you put too much sugar in it. It's just like there's just too much. It's just too much. And then you've got just a bad batter, like who's going to eat that cake if you just overcook it, or if you put too much sugar in it, it's just going to be distasteful in the end. It's just, you're just putting, again, another note. I feel more and more capable each day as my sense of purpose, knowing that what I'm doing is great. I was never meant to do. I have been so much clearer. The number of souls I've been able to help grows by the day. Commas. The number of souls I have been able to help, grows by the day. So much pain. This is a headache to read. Again, especially like give me a different text font so I can actually read what I'm able to read. And as I've discovered that this magic, again, I have forgot to do my timer. Then as I've discovered that this magic itself somehow confirms what I am doing is right. Each time I breathe in the haze, even just a little, as though I become more capable. Again, with her breathing in the magic, is this growing her power? Is this making her stronger in some way? We just don't know. I am being rewarded for my courage. Reward is for using this magic as the way that it was meant to be used. I fear, however, that must find a way to restore what I cannot use for the moment. I do not yet understand its power, and I do not want to leave it to chance. I have an idea. It is not without risk. I feel that the risk is worth it. One question is inhaling those memories, is that bad for Isadora? Like, kind of like, you know, a mosquito, you're sucking up all these emotions. Is
Mm-hmm.
this gonna affect her health negatively? Is this gonna do something to her where she's just gonna kind of kill herself
Good
by
news.
doing it?
This journal
Yeah.
entry sounds
I
worrisome.
found the last piece
The last piece.
of the triptych.
Rebellion can't be a dead end. Must be another floor above us.
There's nothing else here. I'm gonna go back to the Undercroft.
Okay.
Revelio.
Again, though, like when I was trying to repair the stairs, it would not highlight the stairs.
Nice work. Your skills
Oh,
never cease to surprise.
Sebastian. He's just like dancing in place.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm gonna put the portrait in now.
Confringo. Almost as good as if I'd done it myself.
This place can't have belonged to only Isadora.
Pensive?
Here. Another rune symbol. Feel as if I should be fluent in runic language by now.
Revelio.
Oh, Sebastian gets to stick his head in now too.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I mean, that is what a pensive is.
Yeah. Oh, cutscene. And now he's not speaking again.
Could this be another area Isadora
Oh,
created?
okay. Well, it's just showing the
Isadora must have honed her
cutscene that
skill
we've
with
already
ancient
seen.
magic here.
I'm gonna leave this for you guys to read, but again, like this is, it's just too much. It's just too much. You're
I know
baking the
from
cake.
memories
There's
I've seen
another
that
note.
The keepers and Isadora didn't see eye
Yeah.
to eye on the use of
Yeah.
ancient magic.
I wish you could see one of her memories. Isadora should...
I know, but I don't understand why she seems to have gone to such great...
I wish you could see one of her memories.
So do I.
Perhaps
Revelio.
reading the triptych will shed more light on all of this.
They're just showing the same cutscene again.
Maybe from a different point of view, though.
I cannot
Mm,
believe the journey this
could be.
triptych took us on.
This is it.
Don't keep me in suspense. Go on, place it.
Another pensive.
This is what we've been chasing.
I wonder.
What is it?
Let's find out.
Dunk my head in.
Oh, now we get to see the goblin.
I cannot bring my brother back, Father. But I can give you peace. Please, have a seat.
Isadora, we are all most intrigued to hear.
We're ready.
I've something to show you. Father, these are my colleagues from Hogwarts. Father hasn't spoken since my brother died. On my travels, I confirmed that which I've always believed. That we have the power to take away pain.
Isadora. What have you done?
I took his pain.
Thank you.
That worked?
It did indeed.
Of course it did. It's goblin silver.
I need something much bigger.
All right. It would help if you could tell me more about what it is you're storing.
I may have the ability, but that doesn't mean I'm going to use it.
Magic. Left over from a spell I devised to remove pain, but if used correctly, its power can be used to do even more good.
Why would you want to store such magic away?
I only need to keep it safe until I can convince my colleagues of its worth. Magic like this unnerves some.
Quest complete.
Well, everyone's ready to wield such power.
Perhaps not. Someone will be.
She took away the pain. I knew it. I knew there was a way to help Anne.
Something isn't right,
Ah.
Sebastian. What do you
Hello,
mean?
Lodcock.
You saw what she did.
No, not the memories, the portrait.
The portrait is empty.
I think the reason Isadora hasn't appeared is because she can't.
I don't follow.
We have seen that view before. The abandoned home in Feldcroft, the destroyed painting. It was her.
So someone destroyed a bit of enchanted canvas, but we found the memory.
Yes, you're right.
We saw what she wanted us to see. We saw what she could do, what you can do.
But I don't know how to do what Isadora did.
Well, then you shall learn. The Keepers can teach you.
I'm not sure that they would. The Keepers believe that removing someone's ability to feel pain, it's a highly complicated, unpredictable form of magic. One that should be wielded with great care. If at all.
If at all, you've overcome all of their challenges. You've more than proven yourself. You can wield it. You have the ability. Please, talk to the Keepers. If not for me, then for Anne.
Why did the Keepers want to keep Isadora quiet? Why destroy her portrait?
That was it?
That was it.
Huh. Interesting. I mean, that is good for the story. Like, that definitely builds it. That actually does something good for the story. But again, like, there's so many rogue elements that just drive you away from the main concept.
I found one of
Yeah.
Ranrock's jewels
Hello,
lying
Lodgok.
along the shore. I intend to destroy it. I'm tired of trying to reason with him. You're welcome to join me, but if I don't see you there, I will reach out when I return. I have something to give you.
Lodgok's getting himself into more danger than he realizes. I'd better find him.
But again, like with the whole baking of the batter, like there's too many elements that pull away from the main story. Um, when you're looking at characters that talk over the main part of the story, that you look at owls that just come in at inconvenient times. You look at the combat's not fully fleshed out. There's quite a few bugs still within the game. Even the settings, you're having to fight the settings throughout the entire, like there's several elements that you're having to fight just to get to the main core of the message of the story. And there's some things that you just, you either fix or you can't forgive it for what the game has to offer. And there's so many different things here, especially the owls or characters that talk over. It just pulls away, especially the notes. There's just so many notes that are just non-essential. They're not really, you know, part of the main core of the story. So those things are, a dividing factor that pull away from the main story. It's like you've got good story here. Obviously, this scene right here was excellent in terms of story, but you've
Yeah.
got so many different elements that come in and they pull apart the canvas. And they pull apart the main story. What you've got in the story and in the batter is good element, is good storytelling, but at the same time you've got the other elements in that cake that just rip apart the rest of the cake, and it's just too much sugar. It's just too much, flour. You're taking one taste that just is just a foul taste in your mouth when you start trying to get through the story. And that's where it's just like, yeah, it has good story, but again, like all these other dividing factors that just kind of pull apart, especially the non-essential talking of the characters throughout the gameplay that just kind of dull down and just kind of bland out the entire cake until it doesn't taste really good. So it's like it's a lot of sugar, it's a lot of good taste in it, but then at the same time it's just bland because it just gets meted out, it just gets flattened throughout the entire story, the story. So
Yeah.
yeah, I've had to revitalize myself just to be able to play the game just because of what it is. But again, it has good, I won't deny it. It has good storytelling aspects. It has good story in it. It's just all the other factors that just kind of ruin that experience. And that might just be me. And, maybe some of these elements are really, really enjoyable, but otherwise it's just, to me, it just pulls apart the story. I don't know if it's just me, if you feel the same way, Soul Gale, about this, but
Oh, I feel the same way.
oh man, like yeah, especially just like the talking, the non-essential talking through every single part. It
Yeah.
just it just ruins it. It just ruins it. I'm sorry, but it just ruins it.
You
But
know
yeah.
what else ruins it?
What?
Lag.
Yeah, lag, the settings, having to go through the settings, like yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to
Yeah.
keep on complaining. I'm just going to keep on hedging forward, kind of like Sebastian, narrow-mindedly, trying to get to the point of the story, and then finishing it out and seeing if there's actually anything good as a remainder in the remnants of the ruin of this game. Because I mean, there's quite a bit of ruin in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, gosh. Well, is that all the time we have for this episode?
Unfortunately, yes.
And we'll see you guys in the very next video. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.